skip ahead to the 1 minute mark for today's message. Let's get started. All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier Hypnosis Life healer coach and your personal guide. So just a quick little reflection today. We had an interesting, I won't call it a fiasco, but definitely it was unexpected. I recorded the pod, and it turns out that the audio didn't work as expected, as advertised. And so it was about 8 minutes of just me doing a lip sync without any, any caption or any text. So in case you happen to see the live broadcast on maybe YouTube or LinkedIn, safe to say that yesterday we were talking about being mindful of energy and protecting yourself. Now, of course, I was talking in the context of why showing up is, of course, very, very important. And the flip side, of course, is that, sometimes we don't show up on purpose. And so this was, of course, in my context where I've been doing this daily pod for more than 2.5 now, almost 3 years. And yesterday was one of those rare days where I recorded a pod again after a brief gap of 2 days, which means every single day I've been recording, excepting for, over the last 2 weeks, once or twice when I was unwell. And then, of course, day before as well, I was kind of under the weather. But yesterday I said, okay, you know what, I'm feeling better. So let me start recording again, only to realize that the the audio was not working. I'm seeing the audio spike here, so I'm going to trust that the audio is working on our pod today. So let's get to today's theme. And of course, I'm talking about wanting to make sure that you get that momentum. On days when you don't feel like doing something, I'm not saying it has to be for every single thing, but there are maybe some tasks that you've put on your list where you're saying that I will do this every single day because I know that this is good for me, whether that is exercise, whether that is, recording a pod, whether that is creating content, reaching out to your audience, whatever it is that you have assigned yourself as this is one task that I will do. When you make it a point to do it every single day, there is a secret, there's a secret power in doing something like this every single day, which again, I can't really explain. It's when you do it that you will realize that you tap into it. And everybody has their own story. There are a lot of people that would record every day, and that has led to many unlocks for them. There are a lot of people that would create every day, and that also made a difference in their life. So it's not for me to tell you what that one thing is that you want to focus on and do every single day, but just keep in mind that if you're looking for momentum, pick something that you can do, something that you connect to, you resonate with, and then just show up and do it every single day. And before long, you will be reaping the benefits. So, as always, these pods are created with you in mind, because my intention is to remind you that you're not alone on this journey, especially as a healer, especially as a coach. Having said that, maybe even in the context of being a a student of personal development, or maybe you're on a healing journey, regardless of which is your primary focus right now, this pod is created just so that you know that you're not alone on this journey. And that's the reason why I make it a point to show up every day. And it's like ringing the bell to let you know that, hey, you're not alone on this, we're in it together. So as always, as I said, these pods are created for you. And if there's any way in which I can help you on the journey, please do reach out and let me know. Of course, having said all of this, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, we will be back with more content. I create these pods every single day. So look forward to seeing you then. And lastly, for those of you who've reached this point, if you know one person who is a healer, who's a coach, and especially if they've just started on the journey, and you can see them feeling lost, you can see them maybe a little too embarrassed or too afraid to ask for help, send them this video, because this is a way of you, unconsciously letting them know that you care for them and that there are people out there in the world that can help them. So as always, I truly appreciate you and look forward to seeing you in the next pod. And of course, having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.